Hi, and welcome to Lucy Keys. This is the first episode of the monthly How to Play series, and today we are learning Momma Song. If you haven't seen the full cover, go check it out. In the description, you'll find the different sections of the tutorial. You can also find the score linked below with the fingering and pedal notations. For my subscribers, I will be sending this special version of the score for free. Details in the description. In the video, you will see that I share different fingering options, so always keep in mind to choose the one that is more comfortable for you. So, all set? Let's get started. This song is in the key of F major. The intro is very simple. The chords are F, the tonic, A minor in first inversion, the third degree, B flat, the fourth degree, and C, the fifth, the dominant. As you can see, the pedal is used once per chord, which in this song usually means one pedal per measure, except in two cases, which we will look at soon, in verse 1 and pre-chorus. Okay, so let's start with verse 1. The accompaniment is consistent. You can use fingers 1 and 3 if you want, or 1 and 2 as well. Now here's where the pedaling changes. You will need to switch the pedal here and here halfway through the measure. In this passage of thirds, at the end, you will have to shift from fingers 1 and 3 to 2 and 4 so you can reach the final chord comfortably. Okay, so let's move on to the right hand. Here we have two fingering options. I used the first one at the beginning and later I switched to the second. The first one starts with fingers 1 and 3 and it requires a finger substitution on the F note, from finger 1 to 3 on the same note. The second option starts with fingers 2 and 4, so you don't need to do that finger change. The downside is that the fourth finger is weaker, so it's a bit harder to play the 16th notes cleanly. Again, you can choose the fingering that works best for you. Here, I start with the second option because while I'm using the fourth finger, when playing the triplets I also use a bit of forearm movement, like a rebound, so I'm not actually articulating the note with the finger itself. As I said, you could also use the first option here. At the end of this video, I will be making an announcement, so please make sure to stick around till the end. That was the right hand. Now, let's put both hands together. The most difficult part in this section is right here. To coordinate both hands, try thinking of the alignment. First, both hands play together when the chord changes. Then, it goes the right hand, then the left hand, and then the right again. Together, right, left, right. The fastest motion is between the first and second notes in the right hand. This passage is repeated, connecting to the pre-chorus section. Okay, now the pre-chorus. The left hand stays mostly the same, it only changes here. We can use fingers 2 and 3 to get a more legato feel, although you don't have to play legato since the pedal is doing the work. As for the right hand, again, there are multiple fingering options. I would use finger 2 in order to set up your hand for the upcoming notes by anticipating the position. For that, it's even better to switch from finger 2 to finger 1 in C. Otherwise, with finger 3 you will have to shift your whole hand later. Here we use the fifth finger so the hand shifts and positions correctly. At the end, we close the phrase with a decrescendo. The hand movement also helps achieve that. Chorus. In the left hand, we have two voices, the octave line and the inner harmony. Here, I recommend using fingers 1 and 2 for the inner harmony because there's a large leap between the two voices. If we use fingers 1 and 3, the hand is more closed, and you actually need it to be open to reach the octave. On the other hand, using 1 and 2 means the 5th finger is already closer to the target octave. You can practice it by moving slowly to quickly the first position to the second without playing the octaves, just focusing on accurate placement. As I mentioned, we have 2 voices in the left hand. To think of them as one line, and to better understand the rhythm if you're having doubts, try focusing on the 8th notes that go by in succession. Sometimes you move from one voice to the other and there's only a single 8th note in between. For example, in this measure, we first have a quarter note followed by 3 8th notes in a row. So it will feel like 1 quarter, then 1, 2, 3. Then again, 1 quarter, and 1, 2, 3. It's a useful way of thinking about it if you find it tricky. So this is the end of the first part of this very first tutorial. In the second part, we'll see the rest of the song, including the trickiest part and some other useful tips. I was wondering, since I know a lot of people, including myself, enjoy listening to Benson Boone, would you like me to cover all his latest songs? If you like this idea, go to the comments and drop a Benson in all caps. And if you have any other song suggestion, please feel free to ask too. I hope you really enjoyed the video. In that case, I will appreciate your like and subscription very much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye!